Hello and welcome to another episode of MUGA, joined by some familiar named faces. Let me go around and introduce them. I'll start with you, Reemz. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, man, I'm doing okay. Cut final to look forward to.
Boy,
Season's still alive.
I don't know if look forward is the word I'd use, but yeah, I hear you, brother. TG, the first thing they're gonna say when they watch the video is, "Oh shit, that's what TG looks like." What you say, brother?
I'm good, man. How you lot?
Face roll from him and Nikki in the same week. It's crazy, bro.
Insane. The Nikki one, I was so flabbergasted.
I can't believe it.
It's like said, "Oh, we're showing faces, are we?" I like the 2 for 2. Ahmad returns, so do you. What are you saying, brother?
Yeah, man. Oh, I'm good. Yeah,
good to have you back in the mix. It hasn't.
I knew it was an Afro thing on the pod today. I'd have pulled out my hair as well. I knew it was that.
Ahmad's return, your return hasn't resulted in an improvement in results, but we're happy to have you nonetheless.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm hoping.
Do you know what's so funny? When Amarim said yesterday we're getting too used to losing, I was thinking like every week I start the pod and I'm like, it's a Monday, so we probably lost yesterday. And it's actually
him saying that like kind of snapped me back into consciousness.
Yeah.
Because for weeks I've been saying I don't give a shit about the Prem. Like our Prem season's been done. Like, you know what I mean? I've been saying that for weeks, and him saying that kind of snapped me back into consciousness. Like, wait.
Yeah. It's
Manchester United getting clapped every week like this.
And just
like,
calm. Just calm.
Where's your sense of pride as a man?
I just have to.
Yeah. Agreed. Before we start, I've got to do the usual plug, the socials, TLF_MUGA. Listen, the majority of the tweets on that platform come from Seb. So just bear that in mind when you see people bigging up Rashford and slandering the club and the other players. It's more than likely Seb. For those of you who like the visual,
Rashford prop,
Seb.
Aston Villa prop, and just like the most like slander for like any player that United fans like.
It's Seb.
It's
if you're someone who prefers the visuals, TLF_MUGA. Those come out on a Wednesday morning on the YouTube. If you're somebody who can't wait, Tuesday mornings on the Patreon. We also put up the latest player ratings on the Patreons over the weekends. If you want to check that out, and you're not subscribed, just subscribe to the Patreon. Anyway, busy week. Let's work our way backwards. We'll start with yesterday's game, and then we'll go to Thursdays. So, Graham Potter, West Ham not going well. We're off the back of a second leg win. We've given ourselves a shot at getting back into the Champions League all the way from the 16th place in the Premier League. Solid starting lineup. You're probably thinking, you know what? Nice day out. It proceeded not to be. Let me quickly go around the room, get your thoughts going into the game. I'll work my way backwards this time in order of what time you got here. So I'll start with you, Elijah. What were you thinking going into the game? West Ham have not been good under Graham Potter, even drawing with Southampton. So what were your thoughts going into the game?
Yeah, I was just thinking, let me see the lineup. I saw it. I saw 2 fullbacks at centre back. I said that's not good, but I said we move. I saw the rest of the lineup. I thought, all right, so it's probably going to be Bruno, Mount, Højlund, which, yeah, and then Ahmad wing back, which I don't like. Amas, and then Mainu and Ugarte. Procedure to be Bruno and Ugarte in midfield, and then Mainu as a 10. And yeah, we actually started, in terms of our level, we started okay. Quite frankly, it was actually a bad game. It was you could just tell it was 2 bad teams playing each other. But yeah, we started decent. We had a couple switches of play to Ahmad, where it was able to front up Wan-Bissaka, and get some of his game off. Yeah, had a shot. And then West Ham I feel like they got through us once easily. Then it doesn't take much to shake our confidence. So being able to play through our lines once, it kind of rattles these players, which is a signifier of how low their mentality and confidence is. And West Ham grew and grew, and then they got the goal, which was it was so interesting to see where it's just this thing of like not wanting to take responsibility, and then once you eventually have to, the gaps open. Ugarte and Mazarawi, poor. Ahmad, I understand why he slid in, but you could tell he's not a defender there. And then yeah, a mouse at the back post. It was just a poor goal. But yeah, the team just looks bereft of confidence when they're facing a team that physically can outmatch them. And yeah, that's what happened. West Ham just started to physically show out, and then we lost our confidence. Um, I felt sorry for Amas just because he just looked absolutely terrified about playing football at Old Trafford. There was one time where he literally refused to put the ball in, and then the crowd started to grow, and I'm just like, fam, this is a 17-year-old kid, man. Like, allow him. Ugarte, absolute fucking shocker, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's just stop right there. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's why I brought it up.
yeah, you're trying to manage. You're saying 8 Mile, bro. You can't manage the narrative. I didn't watch the game, but I saw what the hell he did for, I think, the second goal.
The second goal, yeah. Do you know what? Like I said, the guy is frightened because I don't know why. He thought, Jesus Christ, there's a bit of pressure. Let me try and play for a foul. And then his second touch proceeded to be so bad, the referee was like, that's not even the player's fault. That was your touch. But I mean, it was just something that I noticed in the game where we were on the break with Ahmad, and then I understand why he plays it back, but you know your players. You're playing it back to
No,
Ugarte.
your players.
Even though he's in loads of space, it's
You
just
can't
like
make a 5-yard pass to your centre mid in acres of space. Why is he
that's
on
what.
the pitch, bro?
Bro.
But like at the end of the day, we saw that first half, and fam, like at the end, like I don't. I felt like we were on the break and just like continue going forward, or just like
These are the things that make me not want to defend the manager because, bro, like playing Ugarte every week is your choice. Like no one's
That's
forcing
the
you to do
business
that.
decision,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like you haven't even and when he doesn't, he uses Ericsson. It's like you're not really putting in a solution that is gonna.
works.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean,
Brother.
Ugarte.
I don't know what his obsession with Ugarte is. I get why he plays Ericsson. I get why he plays Ericsson, and I get why he plays Bruno there because they can pass. They have a range of passing, and like if you're a centre mid that's picking up the ball from deep and the range of passing is poor, then you're gonna struggle to get your team forward. You know what I mean? That's his issue with Mainu. But
Yeah.
with Ugarte, he's not our best defensive centre mid. Casemiro's better than him. He's no good on the ball. Like so, the only explanation is like when he plays him and Casemiro together. That is like in these games he's more wary of conceding, so he wants us to be more solid or whatever in it. But even in those games, Casemiro's still doing most of the work. Ugate's still abandoning his position to chase the ball all around. He's not offering anything. Like obviously in the Europa League, he plucked a few goal contributions out of his ass. Fair enough. Like you know what I mean.
I don't know how the hell
It's like one of them is like a miss hit shot that's gone in. The other one's like a header that he's flicked on. You know what I mean? Like the performances still aren't good. So
it's interesting because I think even when you're watching Europa, you still see like similar sloppiness, but they're like able to get back, they're able to recover. And I think it was maybe the first leg against Bilbao. There was a bit maybe halfway through the first half, the ball was knocking about. We couldn't get it out of our half. And Bilbao kept getting it back off us around the halfway line. But
because of Lindelof and Ugarte, bro.
We'd get it back off, but we'd get it back off. And I was like, that's why we're able to manufacture. They can't hurt us when we fuck up.
But yeah, just on Ugarte, I feel like he had that good spell, and it looked like he would be serviceable. I've not been watching for the past few months, but all I see every single week is Jesus Christ, Ugate's getting worse, and I'm thinking, damn, it can't be that bad.
It's almost
Bad,
impressive
bro.
to make football look as difficult as he does, bro.
Yeah,
Nice bad, bro.
It's like again, like when he first came, you could see his confidence was drained, whatever. His confidence, but the problem is, if you're a confidence player, you can't be his type of player. You can't be a ball-winning confidence player because, fam, if you're not
Right.
good at the, at least if you're a confidence player and you're a technical player,
This guy, will like turn down like the simplest 7-yard progressive pass forward in the
Right.
world, and then try to play like a 60-yard diag with his left foot that ends up at the photographers, bro. Like it doesn't make no sense what goes through his head.
Short back and sides, bro. We don't even need
Bro.
we don't need you to be Tony Cruz. Short back and bloody
that's
sides.
that's all I want. That's all I want. All I want is to go and check his software score. No progressive passes. His FPF, no progressive passes. All I want to see is 9 out of 16 duels won, and I'll be fine.
Amrabat wasn't this bad. On my life, Amrabat wasn't this bad.
Oh no, definitely not.
No
Definitely.
chance. Amrabat hooped in the FA Cup final.
How crazy is it that we have an ability to get a replacement who's worse than a player we already hated?
It is almost impressive.
Consistently.
How do you sell Fred and Scott McTominay and get worse? Like
Fred Coyne is booming. They thought
almost,
we were mad. They thought we were mad.
We replaced McFred and got worse. Like that is incredible.
But the scary thing is, what if this manages to happen with Ugarte? Who's out there?
No, you can't get worse than Ugarte.
I think
Who's out there?
I mean, we're literally
There's somebody.
60.
We'll
Like,
find them.
Yeah, you can't get worse.
rock bottom still. Yeah.
If there is, we'll find them. I guarantee.
Bro.
Nah.
But yeah, that guy, he's in the pits. But the thing is, when we signed him, I said eventually he will become a squad player. Like the way he's playing now, he's trying to bomb himself out. He's trying to bomb himself out.
Bro.
Back to Portugal you go,
It's
bro.
just
You can't
It's
be a
just
man
been
squad.
horrible.
Not a man
He
squad.
needs to go back to Montevideo, bro. Back to Portugal.
hey, man. Man. But yeah,
Sorry, Elijah,
absolutely
I
horrible.
interjected. Keep going. You're giving us a bit
Yeah,
of
absolutely horrible. Mainly all you man that called this guy a fucking 10, yeah. Meet me outside because I don't understand.
He's just out there running around.
Who's running around, bro? Running
Damn.
around.
Damn.
It just makes me sick that look here. Say what you want about him playing centimeter system, whatever. I really don't care. This guy is not a 10, bro. I don't know what you're thinking. People see a technical player. I'm thinking, yeah, he can't play centimeter anymore. This is all Arteta's fault, bro. It's all his fault. Just change the fucking thing about dual winning, brother. Put this guy in centre mid. I don't want to see any more of this 10 stuff. It was so aggravating. Just
Even when he
watching
moved
him
him
do
into centre
nothing.
mid later in the game, that was our best period in the game. Like
But of course,
when he could
really
actually get on the ball, like you know what I mean.
Oh, it's just so
When he's in the
frustrating.
number 10, he doesn't find space. Like he and like the angles he gets the ball at is not great. Like you know what I mean. He's like always receiving it like back to goal, like not really on the turn. Like it's just not great. Like when he could get a centre mid, he could get it, drop a shoulder onto his right foot, and then pick his next option. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
The
just
number-
so simple.
He's obviously a centre mid, bro. Like
It's
fucking
just
hell.
he's the most obvious centre mid I've seen come out of our academy, and we're playing him 10 for what fucking reason, bro? It's embarrassing.
I feel like people just do the lazy like analysis thing of because he's not the most mobile in terms of like tracking back and getting back in transition. I feel like it's just easy to say, stick him in 10 and it works and that. But realistically, you just need to put him next to someone who I feel has like Reem said, like a better passing range, like a midfielder who can help him do the more progressive passes and just leave him in there to keep it ticking and control the game, fam.
Do you know what?
I hate when Maynard just looks lost on the pitch. It's like, what's going on?
Do you know what? And about that point you make about the running stuff, it kind of shows where we've gotten to in terms of how people view the game. And it's not about what your players can do when they have the ball and the damage they can put to the opposition. And it's, who can run back when we lose it?
That's
Who
what
can
these fans love. When
Who's
Mount signed,
who's going to help us control?
they were doing pressing stats for Mount when he first dropped. Like when he was first playing, they were doing he does so much pressing throughout the game. He does so many sprints throughout the game to press. It's like, bro, forget all of this off the ball stuff, bro. Like what's happening when we have the ball? It's not popping. It's not popping.
It isn't. Cool. And then just to ask about before, so you've spoken about Maino. How did Mount and Hoyland do?
Oh, bro, I didn't even watch the game. If I'm being honest, I only saw the highlights. I saw the 2 goals, so I can't even give like an honest opinion.
That was for someone who did. So,
Oh,
that's everything. You ain't got the answers. Just wait. Somebody else will.
I ain't got the answers. So.
Mount was, well, he was okay for what Mount is. Hoyland was, he should have left with 2 goals, but at the end, when I say that, I say that for a striker who is able to think.
Hoyland could have acted with 2 better chances than the chances he got.
Would last year's purple patch Hoyland have scored 2 goals?
Of course.
Maybe the first one. Maybe the first one on his right foot, he might have tried to lift it over the goalkeeper or something. I feel like if that landed on his left foot, he probably would have scored. The second one from the corner is like, it's a good. Do you know what? Yeah, I've watched it back a few times, and obviously in that scenario, you think the striker should score, but like the keeper's actually made a good save as well. Like
it is a good save, but I think one thing they said on commentary is that if
this is waiting for a gap.
Yeah. It's
Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach.
He is waiting on the rope. His hand is just dangling there, just waiting on the rope.
John Cena, and Randy Orton tag team. He's waiting for his.
The second one, I feel like if he puts it lower, but he just put it at a comfortable height for the keeper. It's a good save.
It's one of those ones where like he's just reacted to it. He's just got a connection on it. Like it's probably The first one, I see people saying that.
We can't hear you.
I see people saying that Ahmad should have passed to Garnacho as well, which was an option. It was an option, but like, is Garnacho through 1-on-1 a better opportunity to score than Hoyland through 1-on-1?
The thing is, I would have passed to Garnacho.
I knew Ahmad was going to do what he was. I knew Ahmad was going to do what he did because that's his whole game. His whole game is bait and wait. Like, you know what I mean? So again, for example, against Brighton, the offside goal, the Garnacho offside goal that came of Xerxes.
Yeah.
Ahmad did it then. He did it for Rashford's goal against Everton. Like that's his. That's it. That's his bag. Like, you know what I mean? So he knew that. Hoyland knew that. Like he was through 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Like I
got beef with Ahmad for that one still.
All right, go on.
Don't pass to that bozo, man. Nah, man. Nah,
so you should pass to Garnacho instead.
No, don't pass it either of them. Don't pass it either.
Oh, you want him to go on his own?
100, bro. How many times we gonna see the same film?
I remember the chance you're talking about now.
How many times we gonna see the same film? These men are missing all types of chances, bro.
I don't know. Hoyland's done all right in goal now.
And I've got a further question for you guys, right? On the balance of chances, let's say we had an average striker up top, so not Hoyland, not a top striker. How many goals do we leave with? And furthermore, to extrapolate that thought out, how many games has Hoyland, the front line, generally cost us? Because I'm trying to separate the poor.
At least 11. At least 11.
Too many games, bro.
And it's for a variety of reasons. Reason number one, the fact that the ball can't stay with them, so it comes straight back.
100%.
So
did you see the tweet when someone said Luke Shaw was moaning at Rasmus?
Yeah,
it wasn't because he missed the chance. That's not why he was moaning. He was moaning because the ball can't stick. Every time the ball goes to him, it's a turnover.
So like in every game, most games there's a period of at least one team has like their momentum and they got their 5 to 15 minute spell. Whereas with other teams, maybe a ball down the channel, the striker can get the ball up the pitch, win a throw on or win a foul, a la Delap. Like somebody like even Nico Jackson could do that. Nunes could do that. So many different Havertz can do that. So many different strikers. Chris Wood, so on and so forth. Wisa could do that. We don't have that. The ball comes straight back.
Facts.
And number two, from the attacking sense, man said freak on Nico Jackson. I won't say who said that. I'll leave that up to the audience. Who said that? But from the attacking sense, when we have our periods of ascendancy, we never leave with anything. So there's so many games. So we lost 3-2, I think it was to Nottingham Forest. We should have won that game like 5-1 because Onana literally threw the ball his net twice and the attackers missed. We lost to Bournemouth 3-0. And if you play that game 10 times with average strikers, we win every single one. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Even Nottingham Forest away from home, we got so much of the game. When we start games off pretty well most of the time. We're in control, we're getting to final third. Garnacho can't beat his man for a cross. Garnacho can't beat his man to create a pass. Or he's missing a chance. Hoyland can't hold up, or he's missing a chance. Like, whereas other teams that have half decent strikers, half attackers, they in at least half those games they make the difference. But Man United shouldn't have league average. We've never had league average attackers ever. No matter if we were the third best team in England, excuse me, the first, or even when we finished sixth, we had Zlatan up front with Martial and Rashford. So even these guys are literally making me sick as we speak. I can't stand this team, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. So, that's a great point. So then before you come back in this, so my point is then how do we separate the I don't even want to think about the hold up stuff. I just want to think about specifically about the chances we're creating for these guys that they're missing. How do we separate those from the quality of the squad and then from the performance of the manager? How do we separate those three things out?
Let me give you a perfect example. I looked at big chances conversion. You know, Morayo, I always talk about that. But this is not even half chances. This is not even good chances. This is not opportunities. This is a gilt-edged chance that you should be tucking.
Yeah.
Do you know what Garnacho's percentage is this year?
8.
Like 13%. That is a number I've never seen. Now, listeners,
that's worse than Darwin Núñez, who's the worst, right?
Reemz, you're on mute, by the way.
What is like a normal like underperformance of like
okay, so I'll say, because I've tracked this for like most strikers and attackers in the league. So I've added attackers, 10s, wingers, and the centre forwards. Like I'll say average is like 43%.
So converting 43% of your big chances is like average.
Yeah, it's like
and
average.
he's like what you said?
He's like 18, 13, 15%. Like the worst in Premier League like history is like Núñez, Havertz, and Werner. Yeah, they're like 25%, 24%. Bro, this season is like 13%, bro.
I'm sorry, but how are you supposed to win games where the guy that always gets all your best chances can't score?
Okay, and I'm gonna give you another. I'll give you another case study from this very same team. We don't look at Ahmad as a goal scorer. Nothing about Ahmad says goal scorer. He just happens to be good at football, right? Ahmad has had 6 big chances. He's converted 5. That's the flipping difference. That is a difference, right? That is a difference. If you look at guys like Martial in his time here, he was hovering between 47, which is Aguero, Salah level, or 50. Like at his prime, it was 50%. It was that. Remember that season after he scored 17 goals, he just started missing bare chances randomly. That dragged down his percentage.
Martial and Son, I feel like are the only 2 players that consistently just scored more than their XG. Like outperform their XG every season. Yeah,
100%. So, like again, Martial, that was like a 50% tucker. Even Rashford, who is a relatively poor finisher, he's at 41%. Gabriel Jesus, everybody says poor finisher, 40%. Like 13, you can't win with that, bro. Especially when the majority of your great chances come to him. It's actually a miracle we actually score goals. To me, it's a fucking miracle.
Cool. So then, yes, thank you for like breaking that down. So then, what I'm trying to, and maybe to come back to, you said you've been discussing this today, Reemz. How do you then separate the manager's performance from the tools that he's trying to use to get these wins?
All right, so this is how I'd evaluate it. Yeah, like a manager's job is to platform his team in the best way that gets the best out of their skills, right? So obviously the aim of football is to score goals and win matches. So if your team has created 4 quality chances in a game, right? Statistically, the team you're playing has created 2, and the score is 2-0 to them. Who should take the responsibility?
The players.
Right, because the manager can't go on the pitch and score the goals for the players. All he can do is put them on the pitch and hope they score. So if he's putting them on the pitch, and on the pitch they're creating opportunities to score and leaving goals on the table every week, how can I blame that on the manager? Doesn't make sense. Like when Amarin first started and like we couldn't even conjure up a shot on target. Remember those stats like, oh, United have had a shot on target in the first half in like 4 games. Do you remember that? Like when it was that, I'm like, all right, cool. The manager's struggling, you know what I mean? Like maybe this system don't suit the players, or maybe the players ain't understanding his instructions. But now I'm watching us versus Brentford last week. Brentford's supposed to have Thomas Frank, who's a great coach. We was playing through Brentford's press like butter all game. All game. We scored 3 goals. We conceded 4 stupider goals than we scored. Who should I blame?
Okay, cool. So then my next question, I'll open this up, Elijah TG. With that information from Disu and from Reemz, are you confident that if the manager gets, and let's say average attackers, so average finishers, so to Disu's point, finishes 43% of their big chances, that this will lead to Manchester United finishing in the top 6, let's say?
Morayo. If you
we
give
can't,
me
we can't have average drillers. We can't have average
if you
drillers.
give me a
No,
shank,
I'm just using that as an example for the point I'm making. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, TG.
if you give me a shank, I will shank someone, bro. I got plastic
What?
spoons, brother. I can't shank no one with plastic spoons, bro. Like, I can't mash work. Like, if to go to war, I need straps, bro. Like, you can't give me in like.
We can't go to war with swords anymore, dog.
I can't go to
war with
war
swords
with
anymore.
little
Swords and
spoons,
shields
bro.
is not working out
I
anymore.
can't, bro. I
Yeah.
need straps, bro. I need artillery, bro. I need my tools to work, fam. We got no tools, cuz.
Quick one, yeah. So see, we've been linked with Mateus Cunha, right?
Yes.
Cunha has checks note scored 15 goals this season
Yeah.
in 31 games. Now let me just make sure none of these are penalties. How many are penalties?
See,
no
from
penalties.
No penalties. No penalties. Yeah. Do you know how
No
many
penalties.
big chances Cunha's had this season?
How many?
7.
Yeah, a
He's
lot of
top
his goals
5.
are like from long range, you know.
Yeah, he scores
Fine.
bangers. He
Yeah.
scores
Yeah, a
bangers.
lot of his
And
goals
see,
are the shooting.
what people
Yeah.
don't understand is obviously chance creation matters. The best teams create the most chances because they've got the better
You have to
players,
appreciate Cunha plays for a very defensive team as
Yeah.
well. Let's have
And
it right.
also,
Yeah.
what the best teams also have is the best players. So sometimes they score goals that aren't even chances, and that
Yes.
matters, right?
Mhm.
So, for example, we take Arsenal PSG. If you look at Hakimi's finish, if you look at Ruiz's goal, if you look at
Dembele's goal.
Dembele's
Dembele's
first
goal,
leg.
I
Yeah.
watched El Clasico of the weekend. If you look at Yamal's goal, right? Even the goal that Fermin Lopez got, that was disallowed offside. Like, those aren't chances. That's great players making a difference, and that's why you quality players. So something like Cunha, for example, is such a level raiser for us because let me get how many chances Garnacho's had.
Yeah, because that's what I will want to know, because if his conversion is like 13% and
Garnacho has had 16 big chances.
God.
Garnacho has had more than double Cunha's big chances. Yeah,
And-
but Cunha has left the table with 15 goals.
and you
It sounds like we're making this shit up. On my life, it sounds like you just made that up.
you literally need to understand, like, of 30% of the 16, that uplift, right? It is about 4 or 5 extra goals. Like,
And how many points do you think that would have accounted for?
bro? Because let's
At least
even
9
think
points
about
bro.
it.
Bro, at least
Spurs.
2 games, bro. At least, bro.
Spurs.
3 games, that's 9 points,
Oh
bro.
my God, Spurs game. Oh my Lord, I forgot about that.
Spurs away. 2, like, he had 2 where probably I feel like the second one maybe not a big chance. The first one, absolutely. That's 3 points
Lost it
on
over.
the table.
Fuck.
Like, that's not, and that's from one player. And this is what is so annoying, because at the end of the day, even if we did have average attackers at this point, it'll still probably pass around 10th or.
And be
11th.
real, we had average attackers before, and we didn't finish lower than 7th, bro.
Yeah,
Like, Jesse Lingard wasn't world class.
exactly.
He was a good player. You
Yeah.
smell me? Mkhitaryan wasn't world class.
But the thing is that with Lingard, usually when he got a good chance, he would tuck. With
Yeah,
Martial,
because he was a football player. You know what I mean? He didn't have to be world
if he
class.
got a good chance, he would tuck. Rashford, he was hit and miss, but still he would tuck because he would
No,
generate.
Rashford was like Garnacho, but Rashford could strike the football. So
Yeah.
he left a lot less
And
goals on the
also,
table.
with Rashford, he's kind of like Watkins. They will score goals they have no right in scoring. So
Yeah.
don't get the ball down the channel.
He'll make up for
Well,
some of those big chances missed by.
cut inside
Yeah.
to fight across the goalkeeper from an angle that's impossible. So yes, they're missing chances, but they're also generating goals. They shouldn't. Garnacho does not do that, and this is what
Bro,
we need to understand.
Sorry to cut you.
No,
yeah.
go through, bro.
I seen someone tweet. We have 42 goals in 36 Premier League games, right? And 35 goals in the Europa League in 14 games.
Yeah.
Right?
Raw.
Yeah.
So I was just going through a little Squawker thread, and there was a showing like all the top stats guys. So it says Garnacho has had the most touches in the box in the Europa League this season with 97, right? That's like maybe like 20 more than the second.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we scored 35 goals in the Europa League. How many of those goals has Garnacho contributed?
I think it's like 2, right?
It's one.
Wow.
The one goal he contributed, I think it was Bodo Glimt. Hoyland's tackled the goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah.
And he's ran the ball into an empty net. His only goal of the 35 he scored in the Europa League. This is the guy that's touched the ball in the penalty box more than any other player in this competition.
Times
These are the guys we're trying to win games with, bro.
Do you know what? Because I think we scored 19 goals in like the last 5 games or something.
That's insane.
in the Euro.
Thank you, the Basque region. You really helped us out.
And Leon, they held a few too.
Another person, because we got to also remember, yeah, we were also playing Xerxes before, and he was missing bare chances too.
Bare chances.
Xerxes was missing bare.
Xerxes left hella goals.
Xerxes, just because you're not about
first half of the season, Bruno as well. Before Bruno learned how to shoot again.
Bruno was missing
hella goals on the game.
There as well. Yeah. Literally, the only people that have not been like cataclysmic in front of goal is Ahmad and Casemiro.
And mainly converts the chances he gets. Okay, so we've kind of gone around the houses there. So I want to come back to the manager, what he said after the game, and how you guys try and quantify his performance, because we factored that he has attackers who can't score, defenders who routinely make mistakes, a hilarious goalkeeper. How and we're like, oh, this is not a 17th place squad. This is not 17th. Is not acceptable. He goes through games expecting errors at both ends of the pitch. Strikers missing big chances.
Wait, Morayo.
So how do you guys like quantify the job he's done?
Morayo, okay, one thing you can't account for, as you said, a hilarious goalkeeper. That one's on the. They always say it's on the house. Maybe the chef messes up. He's like, oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. Cool. That was on the house, yeah. But for how long were we had other options where we playing Dallo and Mazraoui at wing back, and it never worked, and it effectively was basically a back five. Yeah, that was his choice. We couldn't play out. We couldn't attack. We didn't have enough numbers forward, and we already have a lack of quality. So we have to kind of circumvent our lack of quality with numbers and taking certain risks to score. That's number one. Number two, he only started playing Euro recently. Euro should have been playing. Bro was putting De Ligt in the right or left centre back position, which meant he had to defend in wide areas, which he couldn't even defend in central areas, let alone wide areas. And he refused to play Mazraoui or Dallo there, who would have been more adept to playing there. That's number one. Number two, in midfield, he was going with Eriksen in certain games, which is just insane, just full stop. That's just straight up madness. Playing Eriksen in anything that's not Europa League against, like, I don't know, Dynamo Vikings or something doesn't make any sense. Then Ugarte has been a crazy choice. You have self-selected into playing Ugarte on numerous occasions, and it hurts us because he is generally terrible. He leaves his midfielder on the island. He gets. We had a group chat, yeah, about Maino. I think Stevie. Shout out Stevie, you bum. It was like, oh, Maino gets blamed all the time.
You shout out the numbers. A bum.
Yeah, that's my guy. I looked at the numbers. Ugarte is getting dribbled past at twice the rate Maino
gets blamed quite often, you know.
Yes, because he self-selects into any form of confrontation. Like, he plays football like he's on the playground.
Listen to this. Yeah. Ugarte fans will be like, yeah, he had the most duels today with six duels won. You'll check the numbers, it was 6 out of 27. What the fuck? He was out there getting cooked.
It's crazy. So, and then even with Hoyland, persisting with Hoyland, even when when Xerxes was available, even when we played Chido, he looks better than Hoyland. He does everything Hoyland does, but just better. Like, who did we play recently when Chido played? Oh no, not this one.
Not Fulham.
Not the game he played. Not this one.
Against Brentford. Last, didn't it?
Brentford, yeah. The Brentford game. The amount of times the ball came to And Brentford are a very physical side where you're able to get the ball, turn, and play like a nice little through ball down the sides for Mount or Amas or Ahmad, whoever, to start running the ball.
Okay, let's get. Chido
Hoyland's
already
gonna do it.
understands how to pin a centre back better than Hoyland.
Brother.
He already understands how to just link play better in terms of just like first time layoffs, turn and spin. His movement is better, and he has better feet to like create just like shooting opportunities for himself. So at 17 years old, he's already a better player than Hoyland. It's crazy.
Exactly.
And Chido is
even-
very raw. Let's have it right. Like Chido's not ready to be playing.
Yeah, we're not saying that Chido is like some superstar right now, but like, I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I can see what I can see. He does things better than Hoyland already. And even Xerxes, as much as Xerxes annoyed us, as much as he missed chances, at least for Xerxes, there is actually a chance the ball sticks.
Yeah.
And if you catch Xerxes on the right day, man are getting moved to.
You might even get some ooze. You might even get some ooze on ours on that day.
You know what I'm saying?
In the right
Like,
mood, you know what I mean?
and if Xerxes drops into space and he doesn't have to battle defender, he's gonna have a good touch. He's gonna spray a nice pass into somebody. He's gonna be able to beat a player. So the manager was self-selecting against his out, and then even his outgoings. Like I was saying, the group chat, man were laughing at me and Reem, but we're like, we should use Anthony. His cameos were actually pretty good.
Oh no. We should have been using him as a wing back.
Amorim gave up on that experiment way too quick, bro.
Bro,
You know
like
what I'm saying?
even
How shit must
first-
How shit must have Anthony have been in training for Amorim not even
He
to
must
like
have been too shit.
for
Or
Amorim?
maybe Amorim's just a bozo. Maybe Amorim doesn't like the look of bro, which is a valid reason, to be fair.
But I mean, I can't blame him for that, man.
Yeah, neither could I. But like again, like there was things that Amorim doesn't have to do, and also another thing I've noticed is that I don't think he's harsh on the players when they do dumb stuff. Because when I was watching our midweek game against Bilbao, our back three, who was it? It was Maguire,
Yoro.
Lindelof, and Yoro, right? When Yoro has the ball, Maguire and Lindelof are right next to him. But when I watched the game this weekend, Yoro's a centre back, and Mazraoui and Shaw split. That's what everybody plays with a three at the back. When your centre back has the ball, you're not meant to be 4 centimeters away
Shaw was
from
picking up the ball more from like the left back, the high kind of
exactly.
left back kind of
That
zone.
way, it opens up the pass angles, and you're less.
Yeah.
It's harder for you. It's harder for the opponent to press you. So clearly, the man playing on the pitch, or the players playing on the pitch, were doing the wrong things, and it's not addressed during the game. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you tell Ugarte to go and do what he does. That doesn't make sense. I refuse to believe that. I refuse. But if he's still doing it, then it's your fault. You're either coaching it or allowing it to happen. So he does have to take a lot of criticism. Now,
Ugarte received the ball, bro. He heard footsteps approaching him,
and he started backing up.
and started backing into the guy that was
like
loud,
he
bro.
literally thought, the only way.
What's that motive that the soccer lovers go to? Juve. Bro thought it was Juve. Man started throwing paint on himself. He's nah. nah. So yeah, I don't think, Morayo, with the wider discussion, I don't think we have the attackers to be in a respectable league positions. I'm talking about, like, to be fair, respectable to me is top 4, but like a young 6th or 7th. Our attackers probably don't allow us to be in that position at this point. But under no circumstances should we be 16th, 17th. Like, that's insane.
Do you know what? Yeah, for me, to me, we are just a mid-table. This is a mid-table quality team that is underperforming. People act like this is a team that's capable of being top 7, top 4. Nah,
it's not.
Because even last season, when we finished 8th, that overperformance was insane.
Our
metrics had us at like 14th, bro.
14th, 15th.
Crazy.
This is and then even this season, the metrics have us a bit higher, but we are underperforming so bad on XG. It is crazy. But fam, this is just a mid-table team that's underperforming. People need to stop acting like this squad is good enough for top 7. I'm sorry. It shouldn't be. Last season, they
said, yo. They said, yo, if you had a good manager, we'd at least be 8th. And I'm like, 8th? So that shows with the good manager that you look rate, we still the ass. Like, so what's not clicking? Like,
it's just so, like,
hey, if we don't get Cunha,
it's so crazy.
Kettled. I've given up. If we don't get Cunha, I'm giving up.
Disjointed. Everything's just disjointed. Like,
if we don't get Cunha, we have to go get Eze, bro.
It's true.
Eze ain't gonna give me enough goals, bro.
We need an Embuemo.
That man cannot live on bread alone.
You know, Cunha's hit double figures 2 years in a row, so I'm not doubting him. Playing for fucking Wolves as well.
Yeah. Nah, we need Cunha.
No, we need Cunha.
Cool. So I want to ask you guys about a couple more players who've been getting a bit of stick the last few days. You got young Harry and Mass. What's going on? How toxic has this fan base become?
Bro,
They're weasels.
They're
weasels,
when he
man.
refused to put the ball in. I said, fam.
Do you know what? Yeah, the first 6 times he refused to cross it, I allowed him in it. The 7th time, I had to bring it up. Because if it's Dorgu, they would have brought it up the second time. They would have brought it up the second time.
So the first time he didn't bring it, they would have been on to Dorgu, fam.
You know what I mean?
Explain the scenarios to me. He gets it in the left-hand channel.
Yeah, and
Space
literally
and just
he looks like he's lining up the cross and he just passes it backwards.
Yeah.
7 times.
Like literally, like basically a first time cross, the ball's played back to you, you're thinking, all right. And he's like, nah.
Yeah, this club is cooked, bro.
Do you know the
Dorgu's crossing. He saw them standing Dorgu's crossing. He don't want that.
You know the comment Anthony mean when he's on the court side, he's about to take the shot. He's like, yeah.
No, Morayo. He literally did that. Like he literally, like, I seen him swing his foot back to cross it in, then change his mind.
Melo made a business decision because if that went in, he's a legend. But if he it wasn't worth it. It wasn't. I'm still Carmelo Anthony even if I don't shoot this. So
Yeah.
it ain't worth it.
No, but I think Harry and Mastig is unfair. Like he's 17 years old.
Yeah,
he's 18. He's 18, but he just turned 18.
Okay, 18, but he's been playing as a 17-year-old, right?
Yeah.
17-year-olds don't tend to play unless they are nuts. You get what I'm saying? Ethan Nweri, he who should not be named, Rooney, Yamal, Lewis Skelly, these guys, Fabregas, these guys are anomalies. You're not meant to be playing men's football at 17 and being a valuable contributor, right? So I don't expect him to be fantastic. He clearly looks like he's not really ready to play at this level, which is fine. My thing is, I think you should more look to the manager. Okay, cool. This is a young, like, let's have some common sense. It's not like this is a season pro international that is just playing dog crap, like Onana, like Ugarte. This is a 17-year-old academy boy. So let's use some common sense. Okay, cool. He probably should be playing. So we should be looking more to the manager. Hey, come on, bro. Like, why are you playing Harry Hamas? That's what the story should be. Not, I think the Harry Hamas, which is the least.
That's a great slot. That's a great slot.
That Harry, the cultural pulse that we're living through right now. That is,
yeah. But to be fair to the manager, he doesn't have many options because he needs to rest players. Even though he said that Mazraoui had to be subbed the other day because he physically couldn't run. Then he played it 19 minutes yesterday. So
this is my issue with managers, bro. They just be saying anything, bro. Like why the managers just be saying they just be lying for no reason.
I'm already the whole thing like, Man United fans, I'm sorry, I've got to play the kids. Next week I'm living off.
Brother, he's playing less. Brother, we're closer to the final and he's playing less kids.
Then he was playing before he said, "I'm gonna play more kids."
I think
no reason, bro.
The Blammers are getting so intergalactic. Yeah, he's trying like to not. But the younger guys might be better than these, man. I like play some of the youth.
Facts.
If I see Ahmad or Bruno or Casemiro in the match day squad alone on Sunday, I swear to God, I will call Stamford Bridge and say the bar.
I don't mind Ahmad playing because he needs to get. I want Ahmad to get the minutes back up in his legs so he can play potentially in the extra time against Tottenham. You know what I mean?
Bro, people be kicking Ahmad, you know. Like,
and we have to remember we're playing against.
The Europa League final is before the last game in the Premier League.
It's on Wednesday, next Wednesday, bro.
Joke competition, man. I'm shocked. Sandwiching it in between the last 2 games of the season. Hilarious.
Yeah, but we're facing,
damn final, you know. Imagine.
We're facing Caicedo. That guy will kick Ahmad for fun. Yeah,
bro. How he doesn't get more cards, I don't get it. He's a new Fernandinho.
No, but he's got like 13 or 9, right?
That's a big difference, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's got 13 or 9. I'm gonna need him to have 13, brother.
Hey, random, yeah. I just wanted to discuss this, yeah. The chance Garnacho missed, yeah. Fam.
Which
Do
one?
you not
Which
remember
one?
it?
The one from
When,
Ahmad Cross.
where Ahmad whipped it back post, yeah, and he's on the audience. If you don't remember,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
literally at the
yeah.
back post. So that means he's got the whole goal to aim at. He's got
Just get on target. Just get on target. At least let the keeper push it back into a
and he's
danger.
about I'll say about 12 centimeters away from the goal. Yeah, and he still hits the side net.
No, the worst thing is that he went with his right foot when he should go with his left. His shot selection is one of the worst I've seen. Because why a man tried to chip the keeper midweek?
I think Garnacho's really dumb.
I'm not even mad at the chip attempt. I'm more mad at the fact that he missed it.
I'm mad at the execution, bro.
Yeah, the execution is
was pathetic.
But it's like
at least when Welbeck did it, he forced Neuer to make a save.
Yeah,
like at the very least.
Yeah, I want him to be electrocuted for that execution. I can't lie. I can't lie at all. So
literally next week, all our chances need to fall to Casemiro, Bruno, and all of them. Every single chance.
Casemiro's an OG. You see celebration?
Yeah.
Come on. I do this.
You know that meme of the unk still skipping over the rope? I'm still got it.
All right, cool. I think that's enough about the Premier League, where we played 36 games. We still don't have 40 points.
We lost 17 of them bitches.
What's our goal difference?
Minus 11.
Minus 11 now.
Oh, minus 11.
We are like
We're gonna end this season owing the Barclays Premier League goals.
We always owe
When was the last time we had money in our account with Barclays?
Season
The last time,
right? Season before last.
it would have been 22, 23, but even then I think our goal difference was like 15 or 17
always
or something
owing the
like
Prem
that.
goals, fam. Always owing them bread, fam.
This is when they start to charge interest on it, you know.
Yeah. So it was plus 15. So combine that over like the past 4 years, probably at net zero right now.
It's crazy. Let's talk briefly about the second leg Europa League. Bilbao, they went up 1-0. Are we looking at Onana?
Yes, I am personally.
Yes,
that diving technique is crazy.
I am.
Yes,
A man
dive with both hands.
2 hands, bro. Come on,
Yeah.
man. You're having a son now, man. You're joking now.
You're having a son now.
Bro, you must.
I'm just gonna try crazy shit and see what they do.
Bro, bro, at this point, 2 hands from that far. Come on, bro. I actually think he's actually just like how much can I get away with at this point? Like how much?
Like I understand it when he maybe thought that he'd be able to catch it or palm it away.
Catch it!
Yeah.
Onana's that type of keeper, though. He'll see a shot like that.
Elijah.
He'll see a shot like that and be like, I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch it. It's mad.
He wanted to catch it. You don't catch anything.
Exactly. But really and truly, he should be going with just one arm, probably his arm to get a better reach. But I mean, it was a good strike, but it's just like keeper side that far out. He should be getting something on that.
No doubt about it. And let's talk about more pleasant outgoings. Mason Mount's 2 goals.
First goal was quality still. Can't lie. That touch, that instep little Cruyff touch, yeah, that was crazy. That was cold still. Can't lie.
I don't think it actually get better for him at United than that 30-minute cameo. That's going to be the peak of his time here.
I mean, one thing about Mount that can't be denied, his ball reception is incredible.
He's a good technical player. He just doesn't do anything once he gets.
I feel like good to stretch. He's decent.
What does he do badly?
Nothing, but that's not saying that he's good. He's just decent.
What does he do below 7 out of 10?
I don't think his ball striking's great. Dribbling, not great.
I think he's better than decent.
I think Mount's all right in terms of like the technical aspects of the game.
There's nothing
Yeah,
he's bad at. I think he's better than decent. Maybe good's a
He's
stretch.
calm. Like he's
Somewhere
calm.
between decent and good. Yeah, calm,
Yeah.
fine.
yeah.
Calm. Like
Calm.
he's a calm technical player.
Technician. Yeah, he's a calm
calm
technical
steel.
player.
Yeah, he's calm steel.
Yeah,
Cool.
he's
Casemiro over his shoulder, and then Ahmad goal. I'm counting Hoyland's goal for Ahmad. So Ahmad,
You Gaga Highland, you know.
like, people keep saying, "Oh, he just needs some confidence." Like he keeps getting goals, and it's not really. He's not
Even
good.
the finish
He's
was kind
not
of
good.
shaky, you know.
Well, yeah, he almost missed that. He
Bro,
almost
it
missed
was kind of shaky. I was like, yo,
like,
Bro.
he needs a bit of confidence.
that was actually just like Slavia Prague, where Ahmad goes through, shoots, and he rebounds right back to Hoyland, and you almost missed it as well, but he scored. Yeah, man, this guy.
Uncoordinated. He's always. Why is he? Do you know the ones that kill me? Is he's always like a yard or two short of the flashes across goal.
Yeah,
like every time.
Yeah,
Every single time.
I seen Liam Delap score 2 goals against Aston Villa this season that Ahmad has left on the table at least 50 times.
Literally, I remember I used to complain about Lukaku always being so unaware and just always standing and be like, I should have been there.
Martial Loki had this problem as well, you know.
Yeah.
Like he was never like in the 6-yard box, but that wasn't really Martial's zone. He was more create his own kind of goal type of combination type of guy.
I prefer that than seeing Hoyland continually miss it by a yard or two. Because that means you're always a yard or two off in your fucking
and
head.
then he's always getting mad, like, bro, it's your own run. You're the one making the run. You're controlling your legs, and you're mad at everyone else. Like,
yeah, he's something else, man. Like like we said before, you thought you can't go lower, then you just find a way, man.
Insane. I'll be honest. The Sunday game was a big game for me in terms of an indication we could beat Spurs. So the fact that we didn't win worries me quite a bit now. As bad as Spurs are, because West Ham are just as bad as the two of us, if not worse. How are you guys feeling about the final? Are you confident? You sound like you're confident, Elijah.
No. I'm just thinking West Ham are a totally different outfit to Spurs because Spurs will come out to attack us, and I feel like with more space we will do better. I still think we're gonna lose because we're still facing a Premier League team.
Agreed.
So we the last time we beat someone that wasn't in the relegation zone was Fulham, and that was a deflected Lissandra shot. Before that would have been Man City.
That's in January, right?
That was December.
How many Prem games has Amarim won?
6.
6.
When did he join us?
November.
I can't.
He has to go, bro. He has to go.
Yeah, I can't lie. When you see anything like that, yeah.
We are in May. We are in May, guys.
Good luck to the next guy with Hoyland and Ugarte.
No.
These spoons.
I found out the worst stat this weekend. Do you know the last time we scored an open play goal in the league?
I saw that.
Old Trafford.
I saw that. It's crazy, man.
When?
Southampton.
Ahmad.
Literally, that was our last open play goal in the league.
Ahmad's been.
Nice to I tell people Ahmad's our best player, but I country him out there arguing with me, talking about some Bruno. No, nigga.
That can't be true.
No, our last open play goal at Old Trafford in the league was Ahmad's third goal.
Ahmad was out for like what, 3 months? Right?
Since then, we've scored 5 goals at home. 1 against Brighton, penalty. 3 against Ipswich. Two corners.
On goal.
What was it? 3 corners?
No, 2. I think 2 corners are not on goal.
Yeah. And then the other one was the Bruno free kick versus Arsenal.
Fucking hell.
You've literally not scored an open play goal at home.
Wonder how many big chances we've had in that time.
Plenty. But yeah, that one. And
I bet just as many as teams that have scored 4 times as many goals as us in that period.
And even worse, So obviously we scored 19 goals in the last 4 or 5 games in the Europa League.
Mm-hmm.
The last 19 goals in the Premier League takes us back to that Southampton game as well. We've scored 19 goals since then. Y'all fucking bad that is.
Yeah,
No, our open play XG isn't too dissimilar to Arsenal's and Brentford.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Exactly the same.
a chance created table. We're in the top half of that table, so it's just like, bro, we just don't take our chances. Simple as, bro.
Like
We've
it's
got no one to take
literally
chances, bro.
insane.
So then, you guys give me all this information, all this context, and I can't help but say that if we get the attackers we're linked to, we should be picking up minimum 10, 15 more points.
Yeah,
And if we're not, then you can start looking at the
more.
manager. you get me?
Even
but
more.
like even 10, 15 more points takes us to what like 53. That takes us
Yeah,
to what,
bro, we ain't amazing. We still ain't amazing.
right?
Mm,
I'm not expecting that to pull up trees because
But-
there's still overall issues with the team.
But
But
that's so scary. That is so scary that even adding that takes us to a mid-table team.
you're still playing Ugarte, you're still playing Onana, you're still getting some combination of Lindelof and Maguire playing in your back, Delit playing in your back three. There's only so high.
None of the names you mentioned should be starting for us next year. It should be
Some will.
Martinez on the left, Mazraoui or Dallo on the right, and then Euro up front. Euro through the middle. We shouldn't put any.
you're up front. It's crazy.
Euro front is actually Euro front is better than Holland.
I wouldn't mind signing.
Yeah, like,
I wouldn't mind signing a more established centre back to play through the middle and have a
The
Euro
centre
play.
back.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and a Euro player as a right centre back.
Yeah, but I need a PMP defender.
because I liked what Euro showed us against
The ball
Bilbao.
carrying. Yeah,
carrying
yeah.
the ball forward and stuff like that. You know, what I mean, you can't really do that as much from the central
Yeah.
centre back. Remember how Lissandro was playing before he went down? He was basically like our deepest midfielder. He was pretty much our deepest midfielder in possession, really.
Yeah.
He was
He went
diamond.
down there.
He was diamond. What injury did he get?
ACL.
Yo,
What did he get
Calf.
before? Metatarsal.
Metatarsal, yeah.
Metatarsal.
man.
Would he be back for the start of the season?
No.
Doubt.
I mean,
yeah,
We're probably looking at a New Year thing, bro.
He's cooked.
Do you hear?
Yeah. We're probably
Yeah,
looking at a
because
New Year thing.
ACL was like
Yeah, we
ACL
cooked
was
her.
like 9 months.
Yeah, we're cooked.
We better hope Aiden Heaven's making something shake.
Yeah.
We better hope Aiden Heaven's making something shake.
Better do. Cool. All right, let's do our awards quickly. Let's get the first one in. Get Big Sam in as defensive coach if he ain't managing. So this is your manager of the week. It can be positive managerial performance. It can be negative managerial performance. I'll go first. It was almost Arteta for losing two games in the same week. And it's still going to be Arteta.
I mean, his first match interviews, he's been
Liverpool were raving all week. Had one training session, and they should have blamed you. But how they went out in the Champions League, the press conferences, signing Zubimendi, give it Arteta to end the season.
Back for Arteta.
Yes,
Crazy.
he's had a horrible 2 weeks, brother. He's had no wins in the last 2 weeks.
You know.
Calm. Next, I'll go Elijah. Who you got?
I've got a good one and a bad one.
Oh,
Good one is for Ranieri. The job he's done at Rome has been incredible. They're fighting for top 4 now. They were in the relegation spaces. They were near the relegation spaces, and they've been unbeaten. I think they've lost once in the last 20 or something like that. Done a really good job. Bad one is for Hansi Flick. Like, I get it. You love a highlight, my brother. I saw Mbappe go through in the last minute of the game.
No, you stole mine.
You're gonna win the
Hey,
title.
Hey,
I can't.
Hey, if I catch Hansi Flick here at a cheeky ocean beach, yeah, knee deep in some Jaeger bombs,
I can't.
because you're
entertaining as
your
hell,
boy's
though.
legacy.
No.
Whoa. It's
It is.
provocative.
It is.
Going.
But on my life, you're winning. 90 seconds minutes. Your team is still attacking.
brother, just for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Just chill.
We get it, big bro. You got a lot of guns. You've killed.
I don't understand.
But now you've
you
sent
don't need-
9,000 troops to go back this
you
beef,
don't
and
need
now
us at the
your home
range,
base is
that's
left
what-
unguarded. Like,
Bro,
Bro,
It's not.
yeah.
you sent all your
Elijah,
troops
let me
to Armenia.
take
Now
that
they're
up
gonna.
Elijah's
Now Azerbaijan's
goal.
gonna invade your country, bro. I'm telling you, like,
Azerbaijan.
you know the one who's got the mash in the dance, and he's just ready to let you know that, hey, what should I
Bro,
blame?
like, we get it, bro.
I
We
do.
get it.
We get it, bro.
now we're all going to jail. Fucking fantastic.
No, literally, Elijah stole mine. Yeah, what I've seen in the last 2 games, yeah, is just malpractice. Like he has to answer to somebody.
Goals?
Huh?
Haven't you seen almost 20 goals?
Brother, listen to this. Okay, cool. So
This is what it's
listen to
all
this.
about, man.
You go 3-0. You're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
You managed to bring it to 3-2 because your attack is sensational, midfield sensational.
Yeah.
It is a 90th minute.
Mm.
Yes, I'm here for attacking football. You guys know how I play, but you've done the attacking football already. You scored 3 goals. You've got 6 goals across both legs. Man are running the maddest fast breaks, trying to off the backboard alley-oops, yeah. But they lose the ball. Inter kick the ball, and as soon as Inter kick the ball, something in my spirit knew, because I saw 3 2-foot Spaniards, yeah, against 4 big ass Inter Milan players, and I knew nothing but danger was gonna occur. And then when you go to the La Liga game, you're 2-0 down, yeah. All you have to do is draw this game, you're gonna win the league. You then smack them 4-2. Now, here's the game state. You're at home. Madrid can't defend. They can't contain you. All you have to do is have a reasonable shape, and you're going to score in the second half in transition. You have Lamine Yamal and Rafinha versus them. You've got to score. These men have the highest of high lines. Not only do they have the highest of high lines, they also are playing offside trap. But the gag is the opponents have the most dynamic in-behind player we have seen since fucking Ronaldo. And I'm talking R9, not Cristiano. Since fucking Ronaldo, yeah? Along with Vinicius. Yeah, literally, anytime Madrid got the pass right, they'll throw a goal. There was like 2 or 3 times Vinicius just either ran into Mbappe or messed up. See, at 4-3, yeah, with at 4-3, Morayo, yeah, with minutes to go, Madrid had not 1, not 2, but 3 one-on-ones with the goalkeeper. How is that possible?
Even in the reverse fixture that they battered them, Mbappe had like 3 one-on-ones and like 4 offsides, which were like
he had 8. He had 8 offsides that game. He had 8 offsides that game.
Like, Madrid are not good. All you have to do is not like the one thing you can't do against a team that's got Kylian Mbappe is have a high line with space in behind. You're not got enough for pressure on the ball, and also you're doing an offside trap. It doesn't make sense against Kylian Mbappe, and they did it non-stop. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Literally, there was one chance where that Madrid NPC came on.
Yeah, the one he spooned wide.
That one, I almost dove through the screen just to shake Flick's head, because I couldn't believe what these men were doing. Like,
bro, midweek I text a group chat. I said, "Has anybody got Hans Flick number?" But this is before they scored.
What you said, you almost Ashton Hall's your controller, yeah?
Bro, I want to call Hans Flick and go, "Hello, is this Hans Flick?" Yes. I said, "I'm not sure if you've got access to the scoreboard, but you're winning, right? So can you please stop what you're doing?"
How is that even good for his blood? Anyway, Reemz, get Big Sam as defensive coach if you ain't managing. What manager are you shouting out for positive or negative performance this week?
I'm gonna have to give a negative review this week for Nuno Espirito Santo. In spite of the great season he's put together, Nottingham Forest in the last month or so have seen himself fall from a very strong position in the Champions League places to now being 7th and probably going to end up in the Europa League, which is still a fantastic outcome for them. But
still,
when
did you see
when with 7 games left using the Champions League spots, you're going to be disappointed with that. And yeah, they play a nasty brand of football. They have been doing it for a long time now, but they also, unlike us, have players in the final third that can make a difference. But yeah, in recent weeks, they've just seen all that good work slip away. Obviously, what the owner came on the pitch and did on the weekend was fuckery. Like, I don't,
That was insane.
I can't condone that. I can't condone that. But yeah, well, I don't know what his gut is crazy as well, but I don't know why he even put himself on camera, bro. Nah, he needs to allow it.
He is fuming. Do you know how much money he's got through his hands?
He's bro. The financial implications fucked him up. Still, he's like,
Bro said, "I have leveraged this cup
Bro,
off of the back that we're gonna get the Champions League, bro." Like,
he said,
man's
"Fuck
got,
that,
man's got 5 deals on this,
bro."
and here you are talking about some,
bro. He said, "No,
bro.
You
That
gotta
is
hit-
a
you
man
gotta
that has
hit-
leverage to the
gotta hit-
eyeballs, bro. You know when
Leverage to the
banks are calling
eyeballs.
you like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, fam. We're gonna need you to
Michael
run that
Jordan
piece.
in the 90s, bro.
Cause
Michael
he-
Jordan in the 90s, fam.
No, but like they have 4 wins in 14. That's a nasty run.
Insane.
I didn't even realize it was that bad.
Yeah.
I only clocked to the last like 3-4 weeks or so when they kept dropping points.
Yeah, insane.
But you know, I was suspicious of them during our game because going into that game, I still had it in my idea that they was kind of good. And going into that game, how they played, I was like, all right, we've dominated this whole game. They scored one fast break through Elanga. We've dominated the rest of the game. In the last minute, Harry Maguire's had a shot cleared off the line. I'm like, okay, cool. Like maybe they realize that we're crap, and they was like, yeah, we'll just let this team have all of the ball, dominate the whole game because we know they won't score, innit? But then they did the same thing the week after and lost.
No. There was one game I won't forget. It was the top of the year versus Wolves. They beat them 3-0.
Oh
yeah.
my god!
On my life,
Damn.
Wolves should have clapped them like 5-3. Wolves should have clapped them.
If you put that game into ChatGPT, they'll tell you Wolves 85, yeah, Forest 0. Somehow Forest went 3-0. I said, nah, these niggas
Bro,
is frauds.
Something
That's what I
suspicious
said.
is going on right now.
Yeah,
Bro,
nah.
that
After
game
that game,
was crazy.
I said, these men are frauds. These
That game
men
was
are...
crazy. I was like, Wolves aren't even popping like that.
And I watched the
they
game. I watched
fought
the
them.
didn't even catch the game against Palace at the start of the last week. They got smacked up by Palace as well. Smacked.
Yeah.
They've been. It's been a generational performance from Chris Woods and Morgan White. That's what it's been because them man have been getting shit cracking. They'll get a half a chance, they'll tuck it, and then they got a good defense. So they even though they're taking a lot of pressure, they can kind of withstand it to a particular degree. But yeah, if you've watched Forest, they're not the same as like Brentford or Brighton, other teams that when they're playing, when they're winning games, is because they've imposed their will on the opponents, right? And they're generating chances, they're playing well, they're controlling the game. Forest, it was always going to end up in this way because you can't, law of averages, you can't give up that many chances without many opportunities to your opponents, and you keep winning.
I did that. Fuck you know.
No, but the thing is, yeah, you need to realize this is the same owner of Olympiacos. They do
they did the mad thing, yeah.
It's
like
normal, but it's crazy. It's hilarious. What was I gonna say? TG, manager of the week, positive or negative?
I'm gonna give it to Luis Enrique.
Okay.
Put my ops in the pack, and you know, whatever the saying is, a friend of an enemy is a friend.
Calm.
So he's my good friend this week. Still, can't lie.
Nice one. All right, next one is it's not double denim. So the moment that had you rattled this week. Yeah, not the first manager going on the pitch. I couldn't believe I was wearing a big white t-shirt. Is he fucking mad?
The Groove XL. Quintuple XL t-shirt.
Big white
Quintuple XL Hermes plain white tee.
That's what you used to wear in the summer, like when he's hanging out with bare white t-shirts. Bare white. Can I get a next one, mom? Can I get just bare white t-shirts, bro? I came out with a Primark.
I came on a picture looking at the franchise boys, bro. I don't know what he was on.
So, Reemz, it's not double denim. What moment had you rattled this week?
Oh, mate. What moment had me rattled? Garnacho miss against Leon. Against Bilbao. It's either that or Ugate's turnover against West Ham. These Italian South Americans are stressing me out.
That turnover.
But the turnover, okay. The turnover rattled me, but Garnacho's rattled me more because we, in that moment in time, that goal would have ended the game, and we could have used that just to settle us down. And he always misses. in that scenario. But if he was up 3-0, I bet he would have put it in the top corner.
Yeah.
Flipping hell.
Calm.
So yeah, it's that miss. It's that miss.
Calm. TG.
Trying to think. I think because I didn't watch the West Ham game. Yeah, I saw the starting lineup, and then when I saw the score was like 1-0 down, we was 1-0 down, and we weren't playing good. I was just like, this is the best, arguably the best team we can put out, innit? And it's still very,
Yeah,
very
pretty
harsh.
much. Who was missing?
Casemiro,
It was like a very strong team, and
Casemiro, Gergu.
it was 1-0 down. I was just so rattled. I was just thinking, man, fuck this. I was gonna tune in. I literally asked someone for the link in my group chat because it wasn't on TV. And then I saw the alert of the second goal. I said, brother, man, keep the link, man.
I'll carry on with the rest of my afternoon. Disu, what moment had you rattled this week?
Oh, there was a few moments. Onana's dive for the first goal. That had me rattled. Garnacho's attempted chip. That had me rattled. Vitinha's penalty run up and miss. That had me rattled. Please, call in all penalty takers.
Yeah,
Hit the ball with speed into
Bro,
the corner.
it's so annoying.
Coutinho, I hope I don't catch him in Dubai this summer, you know, because I need to have a word with him about that.
Just
You
blam
better
it.
hope he don't fuck up in Miami in the summer or something, man. I'm telling you, man.
Just put
blam
the
it.
ball in the
That
corner.
nonsense has gone too far now.
Bro,
Yeah.
man takes a penalty like he's trying to creep up on the ball.
He
I
pissing
don't
me off.
get it.
Man. He pissing me off.
ropeyourgaff.com. We don't need that. We don't need that, bro.
The damage Neymar's done to the game is irreparable. Like, nah, that penalty is generally I hate everything about that penalty. It's ridiculous. Put the ball. You have a penalty.
He did it against Liverpool as well, you know. And Alisson, I'm sure Alisson almost saved it.
Yeah, he should have saved it. He should have saved it.
Yeah, yes, that's it. Alisson got his whole hand on it and didn't save it.
Yeah, so that had me rattled. Ugarte, when he did that had mate, that had me kettled, bro. That had me kettled. Oh, and also when Barca conceded that goal to make it 3-3, that was probably the most kettled I've been this week. I couldn't believe they did that. So yeah.
Calm. Elijah.
Yeah, the Vitinha one had me so rattled. My head was gone. I think the fourth goal for Barca had me rattled because the fourth goal went Inter, only because I just wanted to see Yamal in the final. To be honest, I could give a fuck about Barcelona, but Yamal, bigger stage, would have been great to see. But and I don't even think I was that rattled yesterday about anything. The Ugarte one made me actually laugh. I said, yeah, Fairs. At that point, I had El Clasico one. I was thinking, game's done. Trent getting booed though. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Hey, be careful. You can't tell Liverpool fans what to do now.
Yeah.
Be careful. Be careful.
They can fuck off. And then that had me rattled. I was thinking, I was just shocked because I could not believe it. Like I still can't believe it.
Nah, they're done with bro. I can believe it, boy.
Nah, but you know what? Yeah, like my good bro, Sol Campbell said, is it a colour thing? Is it a colour thing? Is it an underbelly colour thing? Because I think if he was white, he's not getting cooked in this match. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, that one, I could not believe that happened. I was shocked and appalled, quite frankly. But yeah, I'm just glad he's gonna go to Madrid, and then he also gave Arsenal the equalizer as well.
Calm. All right, next one is the Zero Agenda of the week. Disu, any agendas left?
Yeah, I already put those Arsenal boys in the spliff in it. Same time next year, you pussy class. Let me think. Amarim. If you do not win on Wednesday, just open www.linkedin.com. Yeah, start updating your curriculum.
Hey, Amarim's already started soft launching and sacking though.
Yeah.
Yeah, idiot. Yeah, this is an
Yeah.
intelligent guy. He's already started soft launching his sacking. Trust me.
Yeah. Boy. He better pray that Ahmad and Casemiro and Bruno have the greatest night's rest of all time. Yeah. Because we have to win that game.
I don't
yeah.
see Casemiro retiring with an L to Tottenham in a final on his CV. I don't know.
Rodney said the same thing. Like Casemiro ain't losing to Tottenham. Onana is.
Bro,
Fair
bro,
enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough. We might have to put.
Fair enough.
We have to put Maino in goal.
This is an immovable object versus
We might have to put Maino in goal.
immovable force.
Bro, like, I think we're like,
Morayo just radicalized me. Fair enough. We're in trouble. Yeah.
I
We're
feel
done.
like
We're
we are
done.
the
We're
only
done.
team. We are the only team in history where we're having to battle players on our own team and a mythical force in the center of our pitch with the hyena.
At this point, I'm going up to Manchester to dig out that hyena myself, man.
I got a shovel and my Wellington boots. Let's go.
Facts.
All we need is a wheelbarrow, bro. Let's go.
Oh, nah.
This hyenas put me through enough.
Nah.
It's enough.
Yeah, it's insane. Elijah, you got any agenda?
Quickly, Morayo, another one,
Yeah.
When I was rattled, when I saw he who should not be named clot off a thunderbolt to said Marseille
It was on
in
the
the
moon.
Champions League,
My head was on the moon.
I said, why me? Why me?
Why
me?
Oh my god. Nah.
All
19
of our
goals in the league this season, you know.
all of our cornerstones of our franchise fell one by one. One to Lean, one to Hyena, one to Let Me Not Talk.
Marshall's hamstring just decided.
And Marshall's hamstring became a cheese string. How does that happen to us?
The hyena is real, bro.
During Project Restart, we had a front four of Rashford, Martial, he who shall not be named, Bruno. And what do we have to show for it now?
I thought we were going to the moon.
Oh, bruh. There was one game in Europa League where he just clotted two bottom corner, and I said, "We are, bro." Remember the group chat, I said, "Our attack is lit." They was like, "No," I said, "Our attack has scored more." Our attack scored more goals. That attack that year, that trio scored more than Mane, Salah, and Firmino. I was like, "We are here," and then one by one, the Hina got them. One by one, got them.
Bro.
The only one the Hina can't get is Bruno.
Hyena proof, man.
He's hyena proof. Proof.
Hey, any of you lot see McTominay's 2 dimes this week?
I can't watch no McTominay content apart from the one group chat where I use McTominay as the anti-Rice thing. I'm like, they're the same level. So
he's styling and profiling out there, man. They said they're gonna build him a mural.
Hey, 2 times this week.
They're gonna build him a mural next to Maradona's.
The 2 times he had this week made me feel things still. The second one.
I can't lie, I need Palmer and Calgary to pull something out the bag. I can't have Napoli.
Hey, Genoa made something happen. Genoa made something happen.
Bam, I can't have it. But so I think Bruno has that thing that Stack from Senna has, where he has that Obeah man that is fighting that hyena, so he can't get cursed, because I have no idea.
Mojo thing that
because it makes no sense.
Yeah. Calm. What's your agenda this week, Elijah?
Agenda this week. I first of all, Tuchemeni as centre back and Lucas Vazquez. That I literally said those were the 2 worst performances I watched yesterday, and I just finished watching Ugarte, and I'm not even lying, because Tuchemeni was doing an absolute mad thing, and Vasquez, them 2, But Madrid as a whole, Vinicius, he's gone back to playing like he's from Burkina Faso. he's done. Yeah, he's finished. That whole Madrid team made me sick, because they just really, really shit Like they are such a shit team, and it gets me mad because it makes no sense that they are awful, and it's not just because they've had injuries in the back line. They're just an awfully set up team. But if PSG managed to get a treble in the first year in Mbappe left, I can't lie. That's good enough for me.
Calm. Reem, do you have any agendas left this season, brother?
Nikola Jokic. Oh, sorry, wrong podcast.
I am dead.
Wrong podcast. My fault. My fault. Who's my agenda this week? Hey, listen, this is to the whole Manchester United team. Just put the ball in the back of the net, please. Playing Chelsea, show some pride. Give the fans a week of not having to cry about the manager, please.
Calm. Mine is just Manchester United as an organization, like just it's shit from top to bottom, man. Just sort it out, man. Get some players in, win the Europa League, try and get above 40 points for the season. Like, try and finish with some dignity, man.
But you know when we're not getting 40 points, right?
Oh yeah, of course, I know that.
Yeah.
That's why the agenda's here, brother.
Okay, cool.
The last one is the ESR underrated player of the week. I know I have talent. Elijah, who you got?
Who do I have? Who did I watch this weekend that was underrated? Curtis Jones. He played really well against us. The first time he played really well. Can't think of many other players that really impressed me over the last week. That's underrated, really. Yeah, I'll go with him.
Danny Welbeck won the Unk in his 34th. In his 34th year, finally gets double figures in the Premier League. Just a vet, man. Just a vet. He's hung around. He's
aged like wine.
A 15-year Premier League career. Played for England. I think he scored about 1 in 3. Happy for him, man. Happy that he was able to have a really long career at the top level. So just wanted to shout out Danny.
And he had serious injuries as well. Yeah,
multiple.
He had loads of injuries. Yeah. So
Reemz, who you got us underrated this week, sir?
I got Daniel Munoz, Crystal Palace.
Yes.
Yeah, he was balling out this weekend against Tottenham. Yeah, he was. I remember I seen him play for Colombia as well against Brazil. And he was steppy in that game as well. I don't know if I'm not that high on him as a player, but like
like what you saw.
Yeah, I liked what I saw this weekend. He was cooking still.
Calm.
He's looking for a few weeks still.
And Disu.
Dogu.
Yeah, I like that one.
Fair enough.
Underrated.
Dogu Truthers.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I might be playing point guard for the Dogu Truthers, boy. Me and Reed run the pit. Me and Reed run the back to the corner, waiting for the 3-point now.
That's the backcourt there still.
Yeah. Aka's our stretch 5. We got a squad now.
Yeah. We got some spacing out there. And I'm not even, and I don't even want to act like Dogu's the coldest. We know.
I just think
we know he's raw.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like,
can we be fair?
The level of vitriol, yeah, it's crazy.
Yes, see, my thing is, you got to take agendas or just, and when I say agendas, I don't mean literally like, oh, I hate this player. I mean what you thought this player was going to be or what you decide this player is going to be. Take the player for what he is and what he does on the pitch and assess that. You get what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't actually have. Has he actually had any stinkers? I don't think he's had a stinker. This is why I don't really understand. People talk about his crossing, his end products. We've got 2 people in our team who's got end products. Ahmad and Bruno. Nobody else has end product.
Casemiro.
Nobody. Oh yeah, Casemiro. He's a fucking DM. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, who's the best cross on the team? Probably Dogu. And he was really good against West Ham. I'm not sure if anyone caught like actually deep. Like when he came on the right, like he was actually really good. Like wins his battles, which 99% of our team can't say they do.
Yeah.
So like anyway, yeah, Dogu Truther.
Fair. Let's finish up with some listeners' questions. Loads. Sure. They're back in the mood for God's sake. First one is from _Francis. As we count down the days until his departure, when are you guys creating a GoFundMe link to hire a private investigator to track the guy who said Lindelof was a 7-year project? He needs his.
I know
singlet-
who it was. I know who it was.
Yeah,
That's one of my
so
guys,
that
so.
he needs his singlet torn on the pod this summer. We know who he was. We're gonna at him on this tweet. But yeah, we know exactly where he's hiding, man. Next one is from Vino Monti. Shout him out. Always sends questions in from America. Am I just a hater, or does Maguire have no place in a good team? He struggles to stay composed when protecting a lead, and his strengths align with a mid-table team. You've answered your
No,
own
I, don't
question.
agree. I agree entirely.
Yeah.
The thing is with Maguire, he's able to run it back in a sense where people will think that he's good. But he's literally just the average centre back for me. And
Yeah.
he should be treated as such.
One thing I do respect about him,
I'm a part of the Harry Maguire
I've been watching you still.
Sheffield City Centre committee right now, so I have to recuse myself from this particular discussion.
But at least Harry Maguire's a man. At least he's a man. So I think that's why he's getting more love from the
Thank
fans.
you, Disu. Thank you.
Because we got a lot of soft youths in the team.
He could be Lindelof. He could be Lindelof.
He could be Lindelof. He could be Sancho.
Lindelof. I mean, Lindelof is the literal football personification of a fairy, and I mean this with the utmost disrespect.
They used to call him the Iceman. You remember that? Do you remember that? Just because he was bold and from Sweden.
Yeah.
They're violated. They're messing with Ragnarok's legacy. I don't like that.
Nah. They're taking the piss. Nah. Be on iron side and them, man. Nah.
Next one is from Sam_Chili. Why is the fan base so confident about beating Spurs? We've lost to them 3 times this season. We've not beaten a team that will be in the Premier League next season since Fulham in Jan via deflected shot from a CB. I think we've already spoken on that one. ZEZ_. Ugarte on that second goal is defo not double denim. Next one.
A great callback. Great callback from this one.
It's add-on abs. New segment needed. Who will get injured next game? That's a good one. Who will get injured next game? Not Bruno Fernandes, I can tell you that.
Sure.
Sure amount. Sure
amount. Piece of shit. Midday don't care. Shout out Midday. How can we stop Chelsea from sending Keddington's finest back to us? We can't.
Yeah, I saw that, bro.
It's going to cost them $5 million. They're literally
whoever negotiated that deal is a fucking how
as much as it costs to keep him.
How do you make it easier to cancel a deal than to go through with it?
Renege on the deal.
I tweet when I saw. I think it was is it Mullock from the Mirror? I can't remember the brother's name.
Yeah.
When I saw him tweet that early this week, or I think it might be this morning or yesterday, I just tweeted, "We need to take this to the Supreme Court. We need to fight this. We need to take this to the US Supreme Court."
In the contract, bro.
I'm taking it to the Supreme Court. I filed the motion, bro. I filed the motion. Rock Nation must crumble, fam. I need my 25. I've spent the 25 already,
bro.
Yeah, so
I'm telling you,
we literally put in. They have to finish above 14th. We made it so easy that it will be activated. So to then put in a clause that can get cancelled for $5 billion, who the fuck wouldn't take that when they see what this youth's been putting up the whole year?
I saw a stat today that he's completed 0 crosses in the Premier League.
Yeah, out of anyone with 20 plus crosses, he has the worst.
Completing is
0%.
The other end of it, yeah. Completing somebody like getting on the end of your cross, right?
Yeah.
What do they mean like that? Like he's crossed the ball into the box and like no one's met
nobody's connected
at any point this season.
And
that's impossible.
That is for crosses. That's for people who have made 20 or more crosses as well. So he's
they told me Grogu couldn't cross.
Bro.
He's coming back, isn't he?
Like
him and Rashford on the preseason tour is gonna send our fans into the maddest spiral.
I get my bricks from the Arab man linking somewhere out in Paddington. What's going on, man?
That's a Paddington.
Next one is from FL_. I don't know why it's spelled like STPER. Bar Cunha, which looks like it's done, and Delap also looking likely. Which other attackers would you want United to target this summer?
Eze, Rafa Leao.
Okay, Okay.
Gokares, Oshiman. I like Mbuemo, Semenyo. Bro, we need attackers. There's guys there that could improve our team. I'm not saying these guys are guaranteed well-beaters, but there's more than enough options. Like Mbuemo, I'm not as keen on because if I had a choice between Mbuemo and Amar to play right 10, it's gonna be Amar, right? But at least I know if Mbuemo's a team, he's gonna chance, he's gonna bury it, right?
Yeah.
And he could probably debut up front
Up
or maybe
top.
back up on the left side. Yeah. But
Yeah. We'll have a lot of games, and you have to remember we get these two. Minute one of them gets injured, back to Xerxes, back to Garnacho. Remember that. You need another buffer. You need another buffer.
Yeah. But the thing is, I low-key feel like Xerxes could be valuable next season in like as a backup in the 10 options because he can add value. Is when he's at the striker, he's meant to be the main source of goals, is a bit of an issue. With Xerxes, all he has to do is just not
His
miss.
drooling is really good when he's in the 10.
Yeah.
He wins the ball back a lot.
All he has to do is not miss when you're right in front of the goal. Just don't do that.
Have you seen anything to suggest he won't do that?
To be fair, he started to tuck towards the end. Before he got injured, he started to pick up a couple of goals. I think he got
literally two.
Sociedad and Leon, I believe, as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
mean, the Sociedad strike, the keeper has to save that. That can't
Boy, but part of being a shooter, sometimes some of your goals the keeper should save.
Shoot,
yeah, but that's his only goal. So, I mean, so it's like
points are made. Points are made, brother.
Shoot. All right, cool. Next one, ruler of God. Oh no, Prince Lightwell. What would your ideal summer transfer strategy be? Players suited for Amarim system specifically versus good players in case Amarim is deemed not good enough.
Good players only.
I mean, it should just be good players.
Yeah, who would choose the Amarim one?
So for example, like it don't make sense. It's like saying if you had a choice between Mbuemo and Trincao, like why the hell did you choose Trincao just because? Like, it don't make no sense.
Yeah. So like, for example, like Cunha, yes, Cunha could play the left 10, but Cunha could probably play as a out and out 10. He could probably debut as maybe a false 9. He could probably play as a wide man in a 4-3. Yeah, he's a good player. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think people get too caught up in systems, and they need to understand it's more about roles and then how your role fits into the wider system. I think people look up for formations too much, right? So Ahmad, when Ahmad's playing wing back, he's basically a right winger. Like he gets a lot of the stuff he'll be doing. Ahmad is basically in the same position if he was playing. When we have the ball, if we're playing in a 4-2-3-1, right? So it's all about roles. So get the right players in, and then make it work. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want to hear say, "Oh, this guy is specific to 3-4." Nah, cuz get me proper players. I need pace. I need power. I need technical security. If it ain't that, I don't want to hear it. Don't get me some fairy cake because he played wing. We
need men. We need men in that dressing room.
Yeah, that's all like Cunha. Might get mad. Might beat up a man in the change room. Might have to give him a young fine. Yeah, I don't mind.
Something like that, bro.
Morayo, when
Cunha might be bad vibes though, you know.
He's definitely
I need that. I need that, bro. Do you remember?
Get him in there, lad.
I remember his first game. Yeah, we drew 1-1 with Ipswich, and we got beat off most of the game. There was one point where the lap literally I don't know. I think it might have been Mazrari or somebody.
Yeah. It was
fouled them and just disrespected them. And everybody was like, "Oh, why are you doing that?" And he was like, "F off." I'm like, "This guy's 19.
Yeah.
Are you not all right?
Yeah, insane.
Are you not all right?
Insane,
sorry, man. I'm never letting that slide.
Insane.
You know what I mean?
We breaking his ankle just because.
Huh?
Just because. Doesn't even like Mazrari, but he's breaking the guy's ankle just because. You watch Sinners. You saw what Smoke did. You can't let people thinking he robbed the Smokestack twins. That ain't happening, man. Next one is from Ruler of Gap. Bruno is an important player on the team, and we're 17th. What are the excuses for him now? First question.
That is a serious Bruno agenda.
What? Wait,
say that again. I missed that.
Bruno is an important player on the team, and we're 17th. What are the excuses for him now?
If he wasn't on the team, we would have been relegated.
Wait. How many points did we have before his insanity runs started?
We started in January, yeah?
Yeah. So how many points did we have when Newcastle beat us?
I can't tell you, man. Now you're asking. You should know this off the top of your head.
Fam, I could probably work it out in my head, but we probably won like.
They even won that many games.
Yeah, we haven't won that many games. We won what, like 4,
22 points.
4, 15. Yeah, so we had like probably like 23 points. We
23 points in January.
I think so.
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. All right, cool. Next second question is who at the club is Luke Shaw blackmailing for him to stay this long?
Oh man.
I actually think he's a proper finesser. You get improvements in form from Luke Shaw in 2 scenarios. We bring in a replacement or it's a contract year.
Mhm.
And we get
I genuinely
every
think-
time.
The thing is, if I start to speak about I don't even want to speak about him.
Yeah, leave it. We can all agree if Rasmus was a different skin tone, he's out after his first season, right?
Um,
I don't think so.
I think
Not
that
United.
Linsanity run probably.
maybe
Yeah.
a different
Yeah.
club, but not at United because we've kept many a scrub around
Yeah,
a long time, regardless of their hue.
I feel like he would be out now.
Hey, we've
be
kept
out
many.
now,
Hey, trust me.
We're equal opportunities when it comes to scrums, yeah? Cool. Next one is from Shally Popper. If we start next season as bad as this season, how many games do you think Amarim gets before fans collectively ask for his head?
2. I'm not even joking. It's 2.
Fair. And how many new slurs would have been produced if it was Rashford that gave away the ball for that second goal?
Oh yeah, mate.
That cameo against Atletico Madrid that he did way back when,
Yeah.
that's still
Oh wow.
one of
That
the
was
worst.
wild.
Every football action was wrong. I will
Every single
never, ever forget that. Every single football related action was incorrect or badly executed.
I need
this
to
low
find
light.
that comp.
Rashford's low lights. Fucking hell.
I need to find that comp because it's
There's got to be a fail compound there, right? Surely.
no.
It has to be.
I
That
need to
performance
find
was
it's actually
insane.
sensational.
He didn't look like a football player on the pitch that
He
day.
didn't.
Honestly.
No, I honestly think sometimes he just came out there like, fuck this club. Like, that was what he was.
Performances like that, yeah. They're seeing like the season like Rashford had after. I was like, bro, I thought it was over, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's been 2-3 Rashford performances, yeah, where I thought, like, is it over? Like, was this it? Was this it?
Thank you for the good time. Thank you for the memories, Marcus, man. Next one is from Shy9. New roller coaster level unlocked. Why are we this bad in the league and undefeated in Europa? Is it down to just physicality and tactics or both? Or is this a mentality issue? Do you think Amarim will walk away if he doesn't get back this summer? So many questions.
I feel like, yeah, because I mean, Ugarte literally says, but it was basically on his knees saying, "I'm fighting for my life in the Prem." Like the physicality is crazy. Like, and
Who said that?
Like Ugarte in the press conference, I think it was before Bilbao. They asked him, "Why are we so bad in the Prem?" But we're these
Kill me.
and he just said, "It's the physicality." That's all he said. It's the physicality. So, boy, and I feel like maybe the mentality of do or die to save our season brings out a bit more in us. Yeah, and yesterday he came out strong saying things need to change. So, and I do think the board will back him because at the end of the day, if they don't, it's going to cost them more money to sack him. So it's up to them.
Fair. Assad, last few. Assad XGH. The goals we concede are hilariously stupid. What are your top 3 goals we've conceded that have left you rattled and or laughing? Mine is Maguire's rush back from injury to save Ollie's job but got him sacked. What was that period? Like a week and a half where
I'll never forget it. 11 goals were directly at the Harry Maguire, bro.
That is false. Nah, we've suffered, man. We are fucking suffered. We have suffered at this club, man.
I think one of them was even Leicester away. All 4 goals, his fingerprints were all over them. And then it might have been, oh mate, that was
It
funny.
was Leicester,
Was it
Atalanta, Liverpool.
Oh my gosh, was he the game I remember? You know that game against, was it against Sevilla? Or was it De Gea who made those mistakes? There was a CL game where we were comfy and a combination of De Gea and Maguire. Like,
Oh yeah, so it was Sevilla. We were 2-0 up, and then
Yes.
Malacia and Morayo own goals.
yes,
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
De Gea in the second leg just gave them.
Was at the same time, even at 2-0, we could have scored an open goal. Was it
And then
Weghorst?
Malacia and Weghorst messed up. Yeah.
I can't think of the three. What the three funniest or three worst?
There was one that was really funny against. It was lockdown. Then Spurs beat us 6-1, and it was where Maguire tried to drag Bailly out the way to clear it himself, and then he gave it to Ndombele, and then he scored. And I was just like,
there's one goal we conceded where Maguire was marking like Wan-Bissaka from a corner. Like he actually grabbed Wan-Bissaka.
Tight as well.
Nah.
Marking him tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every man grab a gal.
Locked him up. Wan-Bissaka couldn't get a free. Wan-Bissaka couldn't get a free header for shit. Locked him up.
Also,
the opposition team got a free header, but Wan-Bissaka didn't get shit. I'm telling you.
I think one I remember is not even necessarily this team per se, but when De Gea conceded like directly from a corner, I think it was against Bournemouth, and then the look Martial gave him, the look like, are you fucking like, you are shit, bro.
The thing is that
Bayinda against Spurs this season, and he was going mad. I was saying that he got found looking for VAR. There's no VAR.
Yeah. And you know funny thing, he knew there was no VAR, but fuck it. You've got to cause a scene. So you look like, it wasn't my fault, bro. Like, get a VAR out. Oh, there ain't no VAR. Oh, wow. Is that how you're not going to do me, yeah? Damn. Wow. What were you going to say, Elijah?
I feel like De Gea would have his own catalog in this genre himself, just because that West Ham one where they cut to Ten Hag and Rashford, and it's just Rashford looking at Ten Hag like this. And it's like,
you have to send me a clip.
Yeah, that guy. I'm so glad he's gone, man.
You have to send me a clip of that. I can't remember that one. Are there any others that I can think of? Not necessarily a goal, but when De Gea stepped up for that penalty in that penalty shootout.
Oi, I
could have bet everything I had that he wasn't scoring. Everything I had that he wasn't scoring. This club has been hilarious, man. Hilarious. The only thing that could be worse than this is relegation. That's the last thing we have to unlock. Like, we're Manchester United, we're in the middle of May and we don't have 40 points in the league. Insane. Derry _Stra 81316. Is the prospect of 16th place United getting into the Champions League the equivalent of getting into uni through clearing? No. Because everybody can get into uni through clearing. This is unprecedented. Would Ugarte be better placed in Hatton Gardens due to his obsession with duels?
You know what? Because that is right next to Lev Grill, so I mean, might just bump into Zerk's.
A young Zar link up. I hear it.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking this question. Next one. I'm not asking this. Somebody is IK _. What the fuck is wrong with this team? Oh, guys. I don't really have much more to add. We've got, who have we got in the league next? We have got
Chelsea. And then Aston Villa.
And we've got
West Ham was the last game that Ten Hag thought that Amarim thought we'd win. That's why he put out that team.
Oh yeah, it's Joe. Fair enough.
Away at Chelsea on the 16th.
And then home to Villa.
And then we've got Spurs on the 21st.
Are you, man, actually gonna watch that game? I'm gonna be too scared.
What, the Spurs game?
Yeah.
I have to, bro.
I'm I'm frightened to. I'm frightened to death.
I have to, bro.
I didn't even watch the Europa League final in 2017 when we finished sixth because I thought if you don't win this, then we're not getting Champions League.
I have to, bro.
Nah.
I have to see the Haram in HD. Yeah, they could just stay in Bilbao if they don't win.
Facts.
Just start a new team out there. Fuck it.
Bam. Like just do what they done on Dream Team. If they wanted to get rid of a team, coach crash. That's what happened.
Gentlemen,
What ridiculous.
as always, a pleasure. Hopefully we can celebrate some sort of silver lining to a hellacious season. We appreciate you coming through once again. Peace.
Peace.
Love.
Peace.